Joshua Adams worked very hard to get removed from the Sarah Boone case. And in my last video on Sarah Boone, we learned he was granted that withdrawal and he was replaced by Rodrigo Curacao, who is rather famous. He represented the 9/11 mastermind in court. And that led to a lot of jokes where people are like, yeah, but he hasn't dealt with Sarah Boone yet, so he's probably going to want to withdraw. Well, I have an update for you. Motion to withdraw as counsel. Comes now Rodrigo M. Curacao and moves this court to allow him to withdraw from representation of the defendant, Sarah Boone. And his grounds therefore states the court appointed counsel to this case on September 5th, 2025. However, the undersigned counsel has accepted a position within the office of the Attorney General's Office of Statewide Prosecution effective September 12, 2025. Consequently, undersigned counsel is winding down counsel's criminal practice and has resigned from the court-appointed registry effective August 7th, 2025. Because the defendant's case cannot reasonably be resolved prior to December 12th, 2025, undersigned counsel must withdraw from further representation pursuant to, and they have a conflict of interest, and they have undersigned counsel has not previously filed a notice of appearance, and they're requesting for new counsel for Sarah Boone. So, we had all of the lawyers in her normal case. This is now, well, we had 1, 2, 3. This is her third appeal attorney, I believe, that's wanting out. That's fascinating. That's just an anomaly that is fascinating, I must say. Obviously, he did not join the Attorney General's office to escape Sarah Boone, but I can't wait for Sarah's letter. I really cannot wait for Sarah's letter. You know she's going to write a letter about how this is unfair and she should be let free because she can't get an appeal attorney that won't quit. I can feel it. You can feel it. We can all feel it. With that being said, there's not been any update on a letter for her closing argument for her family law case, as far as I'm aware. Definitely make sure you're watching Tanika's 2 cents for that. She'll probably have that very, very quickly. But I just have to say, isn't it so funny with Sarah Boone that she got a guy who literally stuck through representing 9/11 terrorist mastermind, but not Sarah Boone. And of course, I'm still checking. Wendy Adelson is not charged. If that case happens, that's going to be crazy. I do want to ask anyone if you know, what are the chances of not Wendy, well, maybe in the future. What is the chances of Donna Adelson ending up housed at the same location as Sarah? Like, is that a high chance? Both, gonna be life in prison inmates in Florida. I would think it's a high chance. Now, the sentencing for Donna is on the 14th of October. So just to give you a rundown of October real quick for anyone that, watches my videos. On the 14th will be Donna. I'm going to want to do a video on that sentencing, of course, even though we all know what it is. It's a court stipulated life sentence, but maybe Donna will say something in her own defense that is really, really disgusting, and we'll need to talk about it. The 15th of October, I am going to be very busy. There is a 4-week event starting in a game I've played since I was a child, so I'm going to want to play that. But also, I'll be playing the new Pokemon release, which I need to play to make money to pay off the Switch 2 that I purchased to play Pokemon. So I'm going to be trying to balance those 2 games, possibly with content for both for my gaming channel. So I don't expect me to cover any trials or anything that week, middle of October, after Donna is dealt with. Don't expect any quick updates on anything around that time. Just putting that warning ahead of time. As for this month, I don't know. Do you have any other cases that you find interesting? I really need to go just personally. I know I believe we've had the sentencing for Aaron Patterson. the mushroom killer. I haven't checked that up, so I need to check on that and a bunch of other things. I've been a little busy, um, and I just don't know. My Sarah Boone senses were tingling today, and I sat down and I checked, and another attorney withdraws. At this point, can Sarah represent herself? Like, obviously, she's not going to be forced to because of these reasons they're leaving, right? But can she represent herself in her appeal? Because it could be really, really funny if so. Um, she might be full of herself to try it. I could see a world where Sarah thinks that they have delayed her appeal too long already and that she'll just handle it herself because obviously her appeal is going to work. And it's so simple. I could see that as a world, but we're just going to have to see about that. Um, I am sad though, because I really wanted to know where this guy was going to take the appeal because he's obviously skilled. So, and I was going to be really interested to see if Sarah gave us a complaint letter or two when this guy tells her no to something, if he even contacts her. So that is a big letdown. It actually is a big letdown. I was kind of hoping he would be the representative personally, but it is what it is. Hopefully by the end of the month we have everything sorted with her. She gets a new attorney. Hopefully by the end of the month for her appeal, and hopefully she loses very badly in the family law case, and Sarah just has to sit and ponder herself, think about what she's done, what she's situation she put herself into. But remember, she hasn't learned a lesson. If you watched anything about the family law case, she is still blaming George. George is the reason that she couldn't fulfill her duties in her family law case. She was complaining and stating that, and she's disgusting. As always, even during the October time when I'm busy, I will be checking like the dockets and stuff. So if she gets a new attorney and that attorney leaves on October 15th, I'm assuming I'll catch it. I'm assuming I'll still find out and let you all know. That is one of those things where it's, if I can, I drop everything and I get the video out, whether it has to be 30 seconds. It's one of those motions of in a trial. It's just, you got to cover. You got to cover. Another counsel withdrawal for Sarah Boone.